3PO, what's going on with you this evening?
Not a whole lot. I am super fantastic as most of the time.
I
How
didn't
are
even
how,
ask you.
how are
I
you
did.
doing?
I didn't even. Thank you for positing that information to us,
Hmm.
putting that forth. I'm doing great. I had a really busy day, but those are always a good thing. And I'm excited for some team fights tonight, or a team fight, depending on how it goes. Hopefully, we won't have some quitters like last time. You know who you are. I've got a
Quitters never
game
win. Winners
starting.
never quit.
Yeah, I know. Never give up.
Never
Never.
surrender.
I've got a game starting here in about 5 seconds. So I was going to join that. I like it fresh. I like it hot. You can call me Will Smith. I don't know what that means. But, yeah, just a secondary announcement real fast. I think I mentioned this yesterday. Going to be starting up a Saturday project here fairly soon, probably this Saturday. I'm not sure. It is kind of a holiday weekend. But basically, I'm going to be starting up a thing that's called Stamos Says. It's going to be Stamos Says Saturdays. I want people to send me replays. We're going to have you send us replays basically of games that you played or maybe you didn't play as well as you would have hoped. And I will try to critique your play in a positive method and make a better player out of you. The boy must grow to be a warrior. So that's the goal there. I tried doing this with 3PO all the time, and ends in tears, doesn't it, 3PO?
I like to cry.
He likes to cry. Alright, we've got Manger Mon Sleep and Da Bears. Doubles. Couple bands out already. Phantom Lancer and Batrider bands. Anything going up in your alley right now, sir?
Well, just taking a quick look here at the delightful icons that we've got for both of our teams. Multiple Slip seems like I've got a bit of French influence there, and the Bears, really a Saturday Night Live joke from when was that? 90s, 80s?
Oh yeah, I mean that was Chris Farley time there.
Was it
So
Chris Farley?
yeah, Chris Farley, Life Stealer band. Are you sure it's Manger? Because it looks like mangy mon slip, like it's Jamaican. That's a mangy mon slip, like it's a gross man slip.
If you
Good.
insist, I'm.
Your French is better than mine, baguette. Is it not?
Un petit peu.
Hmm. I did that before we started the game, so.
There you go.
Dark Singer, banned for the Radiant team.
So interestingly enough, new patch out today. Brand new intro to the game put out with three new tutorials. Kind of cool, as well as a limited hero mode. Something that's kind of neat.
Haven't really messed with either yet of you.
I haven't. I literally just patched and popped into the game here.
Disruptor chosen for the Dire team and a Nyx Assassin chosen for the Radiant side. I'm glad you didn't figuratively just patch. That would have... Nobody likes that.
No. If you're going to patch something, patch it literally.
Yeah. With words. Who do you think's... Choose a character. Who are they going to choose next, 3PO?
The answer for me is always Keeper of the Light. Because I like Keeper of the Light.
I like it. I'll allow it.
Do you know why I like Keeper of the Light so much?
Why do you like Keeper of the Light so much?
Couple of reasons. I like the fact that he has some pretty strong ranged attacks. I like the fact that he can be fairly damaging while being just a wonderful supporting character. But the number one reason of why I like Keeper of the Light, he is voiced by Nolan North.
Ooh.
Who I met at E3, and that was awesome!
What else has Nolan North done?
What else hasn't Nolan North done? He's half the characters in Dota 2. I think he's Phantom Lancer and a few others as well. But he is, of course, Nathan Drake, which is fantastic. And in The Last of Us, he plays a character known as David. So,
Which is David? I don't remember David.
let's say that he is the gentleman who runs into Ellie in the snow.
Ah, yes, 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 yes.
Right.
Nix. Jakiro chosen for the Radiant side, and Luna chosen up top for the Dire.
Luna's been a very consistent pick over the last couple of weeks for us. We've seen a lot of Luna.
A lot of Nixes too. Nix is fairly popular, I think, in the circuits right now. He's a really, really powerful hero. If played correctly, we did have a couple of games where he was not really that strong. We had a support Nix, I think, one game. That was kind of fail. Magnus banned up top and a Treant Protector. I think you're going to see a lot of team games banning Treant Protector.
Well, there was just a slight nerf today where living armor was reduced from 7 instances of damage to across the board to 4, 5, 6, and 7 as the powers leveled up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of interesting to see.
You know, it's still a powerful spell. I mean, you're only removing, what, 3 instances of damage? That's not hugely significant. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Who am I to say? I'm not a mathematician.
Math magician?
A math magician. Silencer. I'm telling you that, 3PO. Oh, and they picked Silencer as well.
Silencer damn near killed her. Anyway, moving right along.
Shadow Demon also banzied, getting the banhammer. Haven't seen a lot of Omni Knight in our games. That makes me sad. I like Omni Knight.
He fights for the omniscience.
Well, you notice that Disruptor was chosen for the Dire team. That's a strong support choice right out of the box there. Clockwork for the Radiant side. I will be disappointed if the Radiant does not choose Lone Druid or Ursa. I figured this would be right out of the box choices for those two, for that team.
Inside the box thinking, out of the box choices. I like it.
Luna, Nova. Boy, I sure do just love watching that timer tick down for these people to choose some heroes. Kinda makes one a little happy. Play some Doters.
I tell you what.
Today's game brought to you by Chili, made with fine meaty beef. Queen of Pain chosen for Zediah. .3PO, can you do any voices besides your own?
I can. I'm not sure I'm going to.
Why not?
I'm very focused on the picking process here. I'm curious. I have no idea where they're going to go with this next.
my guess is a hero.
You might be onto something there.
Yeah. The reserve time, they've both saved the same amount. Oh, I spoke too soon.
So we are closing in rapidly on the international.
Yes.
Should be kind of exciting. Both you and I will be there on location. Puck out for the Radiant. That's good. I'm currently being attacked violently by my cat. Oh god, that's painful.
They have a lot of control here on the Radiant side, I've noticed. You've got some stuns, you've got Jakiro with his stun, you've got Clockwork, excuse me, with mini stun, plus his ranged throw kind of stun where he latches onto them, and obviously his batteries that he kicks out. Puck has a stun, Puck has a silence. Disruptor has a lot of natural control with his ring, has his own silence, Luna with the mini stun. Be interesting. Lots of AoE, I feel like, on that bottom team. Flare, Puck, Jakiro.
It'll be curious to see if they can stick together and maximize that over the course of the game.
I think we're going to see a strength character chosen sometime soon here for... there you go. You see that? I'm a precog.
As opposed to just cogs or power cogs. As thrown out by
Clockworks.
clockwork.
Yep, yep. His hook shot. Doesn't his hook shot stun? I'm fairly certain it does a... yeah, it's got a very brief stun starting at 1 second and then heading up towards 2. Let's say it's level 16. Clockwork not really looking too happy right now.
Probably needs oil.
It's possible. Not really quite sure what Disruptor's doing.
Probably the locomotion, I'd imagine.
Yeah. I feel like the Dire team needs... oh, I don't know. I want to say... there was a ban. They banned some fairly strong carries here. I think that's what they're doing, is they're going for their next really hard carry choices here. We've got Weaver banned as well as Anti-Mage. So, we will not be seeing those two this game. Maybe a Templar Assassin? I could see a Templar Assassin being played here. It's been a couple games since we've seen a TA.
Definitely maximizing the use of time here.
I really hope there's a lot of pauses in this as well. One can only hope, right?
Yeah. I'm fairly sure that civilizations have risen and fallen in the time it has taken them to pick this particular group of heroes.
Lots of thought going into it, or a lot of AFKs.
So some interesting news as well. If you are watching on Twitch, if you're watching tournaments in the future, as long as you have a tournament ticket in your Steam inventory, if you have integrated your Steam client into Twitch, you'll actually be eligible for item drops, which is kind of neat. It's very handy for folks who aren't using Windows on their main machine if they're away from home, or if you're using a mobile client.
Very strong choice by the Radiant team just now. Alchemist being chosen. Alchemist, of course, being an incredibly, incredibly strong strength hero that also just has the ability to get completely out of control, popping his ultimate and just stacking haste. Stacking so much haste that he eventually will get a Cranium Basher, or I guess it's called a Skull Basher now. And it's nasty. Nasty build.
The other thing that he does have as well is yet another stun.
Yes, that's correct. A little bit more difficult one to throw out there, but Warlock chosen. So we've got a double support there for the Dire team. Warlock, a very strong choice. I love seeing Warlocks being played. If he's played correctly, he can do a ton of damage. Remember, his ultimate goes through BKB, so a really, really great method of shutting down Alchemist if Alchemist ends up trying to get some of that spell resist. Alrighty.
Prepare for battle.
I think we're going to see a Queen of Pain middle. Either a Puck in the middle or an Nyx Assassin. Looks like Puck's heading up there. No bottle purchased on Quap yet. I think Queen of Pain will be picking that up a little bit later. If she ends up grabbing one. Warlock popping out those sentry wards. He's going to head out and start his ward. I like the image of the Radiant team. It's great, the little bear. I don't know if you see that or not.
Do indeed.
They did that really well too. I don't know if it doesn't have that weird kind of awkward white background with it.
So the question here, the entire Dire team against Mike Ditka. Your thoughts?
Duh, bears.
Right.
Doubles. Alrighty, ready. Yep, just fairly standard builds. Looks like we're not doing any tri-lane for the Dire side. We are seeing a tri-lane down bottom. Alchemist, Nyx, and Jakiro. Pretty strong and nasty tri-lane down there too. That's a lot of stun. She got the Hestron.
And right off the bat, we're going to see an altercation
Yep,
in
there
top
goes.
lane as Clockwork heads in there and catches himself in his own cogs, which do act as a bit of a barrier as he does flee on the way out. Still being pursued by that hasted Luna.
Yep, and once that spell comes back up, oh, it's not going to come back up. She got knocked by the battery, and that's going to be enough to take her mana out. Good escape there by Clock. He probably should not have been that far overextended.
He was dropping a ward and thinking that this would be an okay place for him to be. Doesn't look like it was.
Yeah. Oh, overextended a little bit again. Yeah, the first one's already out. We'll see if this tri-lane ends up paying off. Looks like Jakiro is attempting to pull the lane here. Or not pull the lane, excuse me, he's creep stacking. Going to try to starve experience and gold from Tidehunter and Warlock. Looks like that stack failed there. Clockwork again getting himself in a little bit of trouble, but using those power cogs to get out of it again. And that lane is pushed up really far down bottom. Look at that. Jakiro had better get a successful creep stack here. We'll see if he does.
Looks like he missed another line.
Well, he's not trying to pull, he's trying to stack, and it looks like he was successful in that. So in order to creep stack, you pull the creeps right before the minute turns. So if it's a minute and basically 54 seconds, it's a good time to attack the creeps, pull them back out away from where their camp is, and it will spawn a new wave for you. And this is going to save Alchemist and Nyx from being pushed up so far, like they are currently. They'll be able to get kills on these creeps too.
Puck bottling invisibility rune.
Middle tower is under attack.
Tide noticed that there was a bit of a discrepancy in the wave pushing and pulling there, but I honestly don't know if he's going to be able to do too much here. Oh, Jakiro and Tide just ran right into each other. Tide didn't even care, he's just running away. Clockwork in the meantime getting hit by Disruptor with a little bit of a Thunder Strike.
Continuing to take that damage as he heads back towards the tower.
And I don't see... Don't really see any wards out right now by the Dire team. At all. So I don't think they have a lot of vision out there. I do see the one ward by the camp, but I think that was because Clockwork ran up there and warded that bush, right? The one that you had mentioned beforehand. What an exciting match going on right now. Take a look just real fast at the amount of kills that people have. Alchemist has the most right now, 21 creep kills, followed up by Luna, who's got 20 of her own. Puck and Queen of Pain going at it. Puck with 12 and Queen of Pain with 13. Both of them have an equal amount, basically, of denies as well. 4 for Puck and 3 for Queen of Pain. Fairly even match thus far. Tri-lane not really working out for them too much. The lane is still being pushed really hard for the Dire side in that bottom
Looks
lane.
like Clockwork is pinched once again between Disruptor and Luna. He'll
Yeah,
tempt
he's
himself
gonna
with his
drop
cogs again, and
Notice
will be
Disruptor
blocked by
block-
Disruptor, and there's a right click to bring him down. That's rough. At this point, I think if I were the Radiant, I would be rotating someone else in there. He's definitely overextended 2 or 3
Yes.
times, and it's really just
Especially
not doing a
because-
whole lot of justice for him.
Right, and that Tri-lane's not really working out for them that well. I think we did we miss Warlock getting? Yep, looks like Warlock got nipped there. I guess it's not working out too terribly for them, although Jakiro is only level 2 at this point. Nyx level 3, Alchemist already with his Hand of Midas. That's huge for him. They'll be getting lots of cash here. Let's take a quick gander at the gold graph. Incredibly even all across the board. Dire winning, actually not even that. It's completely even right now in terms of gold. And Experience Craft does have a significant advantage for the Dire side, probably because of the 2-2 split versus having the tri-lane down bottom. Tidehunter caught out by Jakiro right now with an Ice Path. But I think he's going to be able to... Oh, he did get stunned just by Unstable Concoction, taking a lot of damage here. Nyx's stun goes out as well. Will it be enough to actually finish Tidehunter off? Jakiro manages to get the Ice Path on him again. Still not dead yet.
It's a long dive there for Nyx.
Yeah, I think Nyx is going to drop here as well, actually.
And there it is. Yep. Yeah.
Luna attempted to come down there and assist, but do not think that she got there in time. Wasn't able to really do anything, and she didn't have any mana either. Warlock is taking to the jungle. That'll be effective.
It's a hard-fought kill there for the Radiant side. Not really sure it paid off for them, leaving most of the team without a whole lot of hit points.
Yeah, you're right. It was a bit of an overextension. They were just trying a little bit too hard for it. I think in a case like that, they could have wounded him deeply, looking for him to burn his... well, I don't think he even had the healing salve that he has right now. I think he purchased that with the money from killing Nyx. Queen of Pain doing a really good job here against Puck. Puck not really with a lot of mana or anything. Lots of Dire in the jungle right now, though.
Looks like Tidehunter once again has got himself trapped a little bit. That ice wall came out from Jakiro, and we're going to see some pursuit here. Nyx continuing to chase down, but decides better of it. Heads back towards his tower.
He's definitely feeling a little bit brave here. He's got a pair on him there, going in like that. Nyx Assassin hitting level 5 before Tidehunter hitting level 5. That's pretty incredible to me with the tri-lane going on down bottom. That just shows you how starved Tidehunter is right now for gold and experience.
There's that double damage rune out on Queen of Pain. Interesting to see if she can actually convert that.
Yeah, she popped that, I'm guessing, for the bottle charges. Maybe she was low on mana, didn't get a look. Warlock coming in, looks like he's trying to get a couple of... looking for wards, I think. Disruptor heading down bottom. Tidehunter finally level 5 there.
Alchemist popping his ult and backing off as soon as he saw that Tidehunter wasn't alone. Chasing deep under the tower.
He ran in just to use that Hand of Midas, I noticed. He wanted to pop it out real quick there.
Do it with flair.
Not a terrible choice with the amount of gold that it gives him either. Luna. Clockwork still just being embattled up there, but still with more gold than more experience than Tidehunter.
Boom! There it goes.
You know, that flare there by Clockwork, I think that actually worked against him. He flared the creeps that Warlock had pulled with that lane pull. Ended up hitting the Dire creeps. I don't think he really killed any of them, but did a lot of damage to them, so they died even faster to the creeps, kind of prohibiting him from getting the experience.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Looking forward to seeing some ganks here pretty soon, and I'm hoping that Queen of Pain, that's the thing. Queen of Pain could have made an attempt several times here to head bottom to get some kills. I think that she could, especially with Disruptor in this lane now. Maybe they're waiting until Tidehunter is level 6. I could see that happening.
Homing in.
Luna still on top with last hits, being chased just barely there by Alchemist. And Queen of Pain actually a close second, getting lots of kills, now significantly with about a 10 kill lead over Puck. Puck currently has that invisibility rune popped, silences Queen of Pain, puts her into the ultimate. It is not enough. Queen of Pain blinks out of there before the ice path can hit, or Puck's illusory orb.
We got Warlock bottom lane now, up against Alchemist and Nyx Assassin. It'll be interesting to see if the Dire can push this.
Tidehunter has
they want to.
Yeah, Tidehunter has that level 6 now too. Point of fact, Tidehunter and Warlock ultimates together, pretty nasty combination. It's 2 global stuns. It's a global silence by Disruptor as well. Well, I guess not global, but you know what I mean, like massive AoE. This is interesting. Clockwork is able to actually get a little bit of farm, whereas Tidehunter, he's at 22 kills for creeps thus far. Tidehunter, however, only has 9, and he's the next in lead for the Dire team. So we're seeing Clockwork actually get a little bit more farm. May pay off for them in the long run here when team fights start.
And now with Jakiro up top for a little bit of support, looks like they may balance that out just a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like there's 3 up there right now. Puck headed up there. There's a fight going on down bottom, but they decide against it. There are 4 there now, though, so... You, sir, must get ready to cast the action. Tide really wants to start this fight. He's ready.
No one else is, though. Seems
Get out of there, Queen.
There's the ice wall out from Jakiro, who has teleported down. We're going to see Nyx Assassin running into that wall from Disruptor and is finished off. Puck is in for a little bit of the action, getting the ultimate to see what she can do to stop that ice wall again from Jakiro, securing the kill on Queen of Pain. We'll see Warlock drop really quickly here. Puck, of course, couldn't make it. Disruptor managing to catch Jakiro, but will be put down by Clockwork post-haste. And it comes down to Tidehunter possibly
Luna
getting away.
Here comes Luna. She's mad, and there is no mana on Clockwork right now. Will she get juked?
And she did.
Nope.
She does manage to get the star call out, but
Yeah, her Eclipse came out, and... But donk.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alchemist is just angry. He wants to get that unstable concoction out. Does get it out on Luna, and we're going to see a little bit of right-click damage here. I see everyone popped up by Nyx. There's the ice wall again. Nyx Assassin just can't take the damage from the 3 of them there, and will drop unceremoniously.
Queen of Pain going a little bit deep there, but manages to get a great kill on Alchemist. And I think she's going to get out scot-free here. Indeed she does. Fantastic dive there.
There is some pursuit by Puck here, so we're going to see if he can actually catch her. There's that illusory orb. And unfortunately can't make it happen.
Yeah, they may both be heading up for that invisibility. I think they both have vision on it. Nope, only looks like the Radiant team does, actually. So that's what Puck's heading up for right now.
It's a pretty strong back and forth fight there, but I think Nyx's squishiness really didn't behoove the Radiant team. It seemed like when he was needed, he was down.
Yeah, you know,
Radiant's middle tower
the
is
initiation
under
by the Dire team was fantastic. They had a lot of, like, a really strong presence there. It got broken up fairly quickly by Puck, though. Puck's ultimate lashing out on all of them was nasty. That was bad, bad stuff for them. I don't think they expected Puck to be there that quickly, though.
That plus the Ice Wall from Jakiro really locked far too long and
Yeah.
obviously spelled the deaths for both Queen of Pain and for... and Queen of Pain, of course, locked down by Puck and
Yeah.
by Power Cogs. Manages to blink away.
tower is under attack.
Silence did not last long enough. She was able to blink out of there. That's a hard person to pin down. Alchemist dropping now. Well, not yet. He manages to get away from a nice, cheeky
Dire's
ice
middle
wall
tower
there
is under attack.
by Jakiro.
Don't think I've ever heard of anyone refer to the Ice Wall as cheeky, and I think it needs to happen more often.
Yeah, it was cheeky.
Luna going
was-
straight after Clockwork up top lane now, who is fleeing.
I think the only thing that would have made that ice wall better
Hmm.
is if it had placed them in a pig-like state.
It's true.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Little
Who
game
doesn't
of
like
cat
a little bit of
and
frosted ham?
mouse. Wow. Queen of Pain's gonna drop.
Your queen is dead.
From beyond the grave, Puck strikes out.
Some nice juking around the tower and locked her down with that ultimate, kind of preventing her from being able to get out of there. That Tidehunter ultimate is up again. Jakiro heads up top. See if he can put a stop to Luna's massive push. And Nyx Assassin is alone down here right now.
Squishy is as squishy does.
Luna basically had that lane alone up there for a good 2 minutes of gameplay, and she popped up more than 20 kills. At some point here, they're going to realize that Nyx is alone.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This is kill material right here, folks. Warlock is close to getting his ultimate too, so it's gonna be crazy.
A little bit of support there for Nyx in Alchemist teleporting in. We'll see Jakiro and Clockwork looking to trap Luna here.
Yeah, they're scoring up for a fight.
Oh, there's the Ice Wall, but it's just too late. She saw him coming.
Yeah, he probably should have waited for that until Clockwork made his jump. She's frightening right now. She's already has a drum. Looks like she's building up towards a BKB. She's got that Ogre Club in hand. I think we're going to see a Mithril Hammer next. In the meantime, looking at some of these other items here. Ring of Basilius out for, and he's cranking that aura. Not sure if it's purposeful or not. This is on Warlock, by the way. Nyx comes in with his ultimate.
Middle tower is under
And they saw him. They saw him with the Sentry Ward down. And he had no idea.
We're continuing to see Nyx do what damage he can. He will take Warlock out of the fight. Tidehunter's continuing to see what he can do here, but it looks like he will not drop the Puck, and instead Puck will take a dirt nap for a little while.
That was a close call there for Tidehunter, but just too tanky. Disruptor takes a flare there. And once again, Luna up here farming all by herself.
Queen of Pain coming in from behind will actually smack Jakiro for quite a bit of damage, and the scream will put him down. But trapped by Cogs and in that Macropyre, this may be it. There's the hook shot. That was a strong, strong play there, and we will see Disruptor go down.
Block is stuck now, though,
Clockwork
and that
may not
Disruptor
be able to
thing.
get out of here. That's there's a tree down.
That's a
And
dead
a
clock.
blink in from Queen of Pain, and she will finish him off.
Radiant's top
Yeah.
tower.
Hungry
You notice
for
how fast?
That
How fast she healed up from Warlock there? That was crazy. That Shadow Word just... That plus the, she had her bottle going, I think.
I think that must have been a
what
bit
the-
of a shock for Clockwork. And there is Nyx coming in using his Vendetta while Queen of Pain blinks away. I think she's just waiting to take that damage right now. There's Alchemist. There's another blink. Would have been a good time for an unstable concoction, but just
Dire's top
Not ready
tower
for it
is
at the
under
time.
attack.
Nyx possibly not realizing that they have that sentry ward there down bottom. They are able to see him when he's up in that area. They're able to see him come in. They also have 2 wards down here, I think, checking out the area. They've got one in the river, and one just a little bit ahead of the tower. Actually, it just dissipated, so...
And Queen of Pain's silenced now in mid lane. We're seeing tons of damage being put out on her by Puck and by the ranged creep, but just can't manage to finish it off. That was, again, a slap fight that did not end well for Puck.
Jakira, though,
Jakira
came in.
And,
Dire's middle tower
She hung
is
around
under
just a
attack.
little bit too long there. She is, however, very close to finishing that Orchid Malevolence. I don't know if you noticed that, but she's 2 Oblivion Staffs in. I think she just needs a recipe at this point. Luna picking up that Mithril Hammer I was talking about.
tons of right-click damage out on Clockwork there.
Alchemist snagged the Maelstrom. He may build that into Mjolnir at some point, but he'll definitely pick up a Cranium Basher as well, and possibly a Shadow Blade. It tends to
And
be
there's
something...
the hook shot in from Clockwork. Nyx Assassin with Vendetta doing plenty of damage. We're going to see the Blade Mail come out here. Not a Blade Mail, pardon me. His, you know what I'm talking about. And that
Yeah,
will
it
be the end
looks
of Luna.
like Blade Mail. The spiked carapace.
That's the one.
Yeah. That's a nasty ability.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Warlock's ultimate is up, so he's ready and cooking. Tidehunter's is as well. That's lots of stun.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Still think Dire's on top here. Take a look at the gold graph. That does definitely appear to be the case. Not by a significant portion of gold, though. Experience, they are a lot further ahead, though. More than a 5,000, probably around a 6,000 experience.
And Puck's in trouble here. Blinking from Queen of Pain. We're going to see Tidehunter come after him. There's the stun out, and there's Ravage. That'll do it.
Probably a little bit of an overkill using that Ravage there. Not necessary to use a more than 2-minute cooldown. But it got the job done.
Sometimes an overwhelming show of force is what you need.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Well,
you're 6 skills up, your enemy's slightly overextended. That's one of those ways of playing a little bit of a mind game there.
Queen of Pain not showing
Radiant's top tower
any
is under
nerves
attack.
here, and just heading down through the tower, popping Clockwork with that blade,
Are fortified.
that Shadow Strike. And they see him right now. They can see where he's at. They caught him with that Warlock stun, and he is gone.
That was
Nyx is... he's not learning. Great play by Warlock with those wards, though. You know, he knows that he is the target.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Really shutting down Nyx Assassin this game.
So you're Nyx Assassin at this point, and you know one of your main strategies is to be invisible and get in there to do that massive damage. With Vendetta, what do you do?
Well, there's a couple things. You can try to counter ward, but just be more careful. I mean, he was going in with no team support at all. No one was around. So that's not the best of times to head in there. I think what I would do as Nyx at this point, I would wait for the rest of his team to engage, and then I would pick off players like Warlock. I'd wait for that ultimate to pop out, and that's when I would go. Remember, he's an assassin character, so an assassin has to be silent, but deadly.
Silent, stealthy, unseen, and generally supported by somebody else on your team.
Yeah. Yeah, in this case, he's going for some bravery kills, I think, and it's not paying off for him. He needs to play a little bit more defensively. It's possible to still get some nasty kills if he just plays it more safe.
Yeah. Speaking of brazen, both Luna and Queen of Pain just eating up some farm here in the jungle.
Not even their jungle, heading down into the Radiant jungle.
It's the modern day equivalent of slapping someone with a white glove.
Radiant's
It
middle
is,
tower
or a
is
fish.
under attack.
Which is actually what shellacking is. To slap one with a herring.
The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
Luna's got to think something's up here. Yeah, there you go. It's one of those moments where you just walk up to your enemy's tower, not a whole lot going on. You think to yourself, I'm probably about to get smacked here. With the entire Dire team coming in to pinch both Nyx Assassin and Jakiro. Jakiro says, you know what, forget this, I'm out of here. And Nyx just...
Radiant's bottom
that was
tower
that.
is under
Really, I
attack.
mean, you can't even call the play on that one. There was, you know, Disruptor's kinetic field.
Would you notice that Jakiro noped out of there?
Yeah, he was, like I said, he said, peace out, I'm done.
Yep.
Again, Ravage used to secure a single kill, but
It was up
when you
though.
got it, you got it.
Yeah, wasn't a big deal in this case. You know, if it's getting kills, I'll allow it. There haven't really been team fights. The Radiant team, I think, really needs to get together here and try to use some of their AoE power together. They're not doing that. And that's, again, where I would have Nyx come in, kill off some of those people from behind. Instead, they're playing a war of attrition that they're just not winning right now.
And I think that's what we said right off the bat, you know, is will they be able to maximize on the AoE that they have? And right now the answer is no.
In fact, I would
turn, but, you know, we'll see. Mjolnir out on Alchemist, and Mana Boots out for Nyx.
I would dare say that the AoE power right now of the Dire team is way stronger. Disruptor, Static Storm, Tidehunter's Ravage, you've got the call down by Warlock, Eclipse. That's a really nasty team.
Queen of Pain just out of nowhere from behind there, you know, as Nyx is picking away at Tidehunter, comes in and just finishes him off with a Scream. Puck as well, dropping to the collected power of the Dire team. This really is it. I mean, you know, when it comes down to it, the Dire is playing 5-man Dota, and the Radiant is not.
Yeah,
so even when they do get caught out of position, they've got 4 other people there to help fix things. Right now, Clockwork doing his best to get away, throwing those cogs down in a smart way. We're just sort of thinking we might see a blink in from Queen of Pain, but not interested. Looking to see if they can put that tower down.
So there's always a possibility here. Alchemist is trying to get as much gold as possible. He didn't get that tower kill. That was a huge mistake. He should have been a little bit patient there in getting that kill. He knew that they were far away in mid. He had the time to get the kill. But, you know, if he gets that Cranium Basher, he could definitely turn some fights into his advantage with the amount of damage that he can kick out and the speed at which he does it. So I don't know. They're definitely not playing a team game right now, though. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it looks like they may be forming up. We'll see here. The Dire team, of course, looking to chase down Alchemist, who teleported back to his T3 tower. Hopefully now they see he's not there.
Goldgraf still not necessarily spiking a significant amount for the Dire team, despite the fact that they have all those towers down. I guess they only have... No, there's not even a tower advantage at this point. So it's spiking down 1,500 gold lead, probably due to the majority of those kills. Experience-wise, they are significantly ahead, though. 7,500 plus in experience points. Luna no longer really chasing after, or really that far away from Alchemist, who is just a little bit behind now in kills, 10 kills actually. So he's really getting some good farm here and able to take towers out really quickly. He could probably push this tower right now.
We'll see Nyx caught by that kinetic field. We'll see the Ice Wall out from Jakiro. Warlock taking a ton of damage and pinned down by Puck. And the tower will finish him off. We're seeing Puck and Nyx Assassin and Clockwork all dropped down by Luna with some right-click damage. Jakiro put down by Luna as well. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, it's an ultra kill.
And here comes Alchemist, who will actually get Queen of Pain. Tidehunter looking to make a getaway, slows him down just a little bit.
Not able to convert on the tower. Still, 3 for 4. Not a bad kill fest for the Dire, but still, one of the points there where they kind of... The Radiant team, if Alchemist was there, you know, probably would have seen a little bit more of a different fight. I mean, he's just getting beefy, especially in terms of gold. He's going to pass Luna in kills here.
And he does now have a Black King bar on the way.
He picked up a BKB. Interesting choice.
There it is. Special delivery. Beep, beep.
That'll stop Queen of Pain. However, it will not stop Warlock's ultimate. So some players forget that. If I were Warlock, I would definitely be trying to get a little bit more farm than he's been doing. Getting that scepter is huge for him. Checking Roche, nobody there. Mechanism on Jakiro, by the way, he's also got some arcane boots. Nyx Assassin also kicking out those arcane boots to give his team some more mana. Alchemist doing a really strong speed build here. You're going to see his melee attacks increase significantly, especially when he goes into his ultimate phase, Chemical Rage. Clockwork does have the Blade Mail, mostly used for tanking. Puck and Jakiro up top, playing a little bit of cat and mouse with Queen of Pain, and Puck's in a lot of trouble here, actually. Oh, he managed to invisibility and get himself out of that.
Strong blink and a smart use of that mech by Jakiro to pick Puck up. Say that 10 times fast. Nyx Assassin.
Yep. Yeah, he was looking to see if he could kill Queen of Pain there, but I think when Disruptor appeared, it was a no-go.
Meanwhile, Luna just up top, farming away. She dug that tower out of the little bit of a hole that it was in, sending wave after wave to the T2 tower, top lane of the Radiant.
Yeah, she also jumped ahead of Alchemist again, getting upwards. They were basically even, within 2 kills in terms of creeps with one another. And she's now up to 20 more. So she's sitting on a significantly pretty penny there, and I think she may be going for her butterfly. I think that's what I'm seeing being built. She's got the evasion talisman. That's definitely to counter Alchemist. Alchemist just able to get farmed so quickly. And all of the Dire team now currently in the Radiant jungle.
They're looking for Jakiro, and
Dire's bottom tower
doesn't look
is
like they're
under
going to find him.
attack.
Yeah, he's... oh, I don't know, he's appearing out here. Turn around! Yeah, he's gone. Plus he's got that teleport scroll, so... Yeah, it looks like they may try to mount a defense here at that bottom tower.
Meanwhile, Alchemist up top, just farming away.
Luna doing the same thing in mid right now.
There's Nyx getting that Vendetta off on Tidehunter. We'll see the Ice Wall out, locking down to the Dire team. Macropyre picking them up. Ravage coming in to put tons of damage out on Nyx Assassin. We'll see Disruptor pinned down, as well as Warlock by Puck.
Dire's
But it's
top
not
tower
enough. We'll
is
see
under
Clockwork
attack.
drop as well.
Oh,
Alchemist in the meantime beating on the tier 2 tower for the Dire. Up top. Manages to take that out, so we're going to have a tower trade. Although a huge loss in terms of kills for the Radiant side. I think the Dire still wins this encounter. However, Alchemist is going for that next tower.
Dire's top tower is under
Nobody,
attack.
I think, has...
Radiant's
Nope,
Nope,
Queen of
there's
Pain
no
does.
Pain.
has fallen.
And she will come in to save the day for the T3 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Melting creeps. Next
Not
July
the same
afternoon.
luck for Radiant's tower, though. Radiant's tower dropping fairly quickly here.
Yep, and here comes Alchemist. Tons of
Dropped
damage
it,
put
but I-
out, but just melted by Luna. We're going to see Puck drop as well. And Alchemist just taking the, Warlock taking the damage there from both Macropyre and the tower. We'll see Tidehunter drop to Jakiro, and Luna, while jumping in to get Jakiro, will be dropped down by Clockwork.
Dire still won that right there. That was a Dire win in my mind. The tower is down 3/4 of its hit points, and on top of that, it wasn't a 4 versus 4. Basically, they lost a lot more than that. I think there were a couple buybacks even. Were there?
There were. Now, you did mention that we might see a Skull Basher. You wouldn't guess.
Does he have it?
Yep.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I don't see it on him. Is it on the mule right now for him? Yep, there it is.
Yep. Nyx wants Queen of Pain. This is Something he's going to try to make happen, I think.
I'm not certain if he will be able to do that. Level 20 versus level 11.
Well, why start
Jesus.
showing restraint now?
And it's
Hasn't worked for him yet, has it?
Not really. Vanguard out on Clockwork. Can't remember the last time I actually saw Vanguard purchased.
Yeah, it's not really an item that gets chosen
It's
that
about
much.
to get real here. We're going to see Alchemist go head-to-head against Disruptor. We're going to see Disruptor lock down Clockwork with that kinetic field, and they're putting as much damage as they can here to see what they can get out. Ravage goes out to see what a little bit of damage put out on Alchemist, but he's just not taking it right now. And as it does begin to happen, he runs, but managing to get Tidehunter alone. We're going to see that Ice Wall come out. We're going to see Tidehunter blink away.
Could have dropped there as well.
This was not pretty.
Not for the Dire team, no. That was a nasty lost encounter there. And this is what I was talking about here. Alchemist being one of those characters that if he gets enough farm and the right items, he can pop this back into a victory for his team. And the Radiant team finally playing together too. Queen of Pain, however, does come in from behind here on Alchemist, who is in a lot of trouble.
He's got that unstable concoction ready to go here, and despite the fact that he's silenced, he's doing tons of damage. Scream is out, and just slice, slice, slice.
Yep. Stun, 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 too.
Yeah.
So many stuns out with that Cranium Basher.
Meanwhile, Tidehunter probably should have headed right back to base. Blinks away. There is the unstable concoction. He is stunned. And
Alchemist
Alchemist
does
thinks
go
better
for
of
it.
it.
Yep. I think he wants that tower.
Yeah.
there it goes.
But here comes the Radiant team pushing back, taking that tier 2 tower in mid.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
The Dire team's scrambling a little bit here and don't really know where to go.
Alchemist caught by that kinetic field. He's just going to smack away on that tower. There's T2 again.
Dire's bottom tower has
And
fallen.
look at how fast he attacks. It's insane. And a lot of damage, too. We're not talking about little tiny punches here. This dude is doing nearly 250 to 300 damage a hit. Clockwork being brave here.
One-man wrecking crew heading towards top lane. Meanwhile, Clockwork will be silenced and stuck at the edge of that kinetic field as they finish off those creeps. Tidehunter coming in, seeing if he can get the last little bit of damage out on Clockwork. Meanwhile, Nyx Assassin coming in, popping Tidehunter up. It's really just a layer of disorganization. But Disruptor managing to pull Clockwork back, who will be put down by Warlock. Macropyre out, putting plenty of damage out on Luna. But Jakiro finished off, and
Look at
Puck taken down as
Alchemist
well.
Alchemist is just chewing into these people.
Yep. But will Luna get away? She will not.
Everyone on the Radiant team, however, has perished.
So at this point, we've got the tower, we've got Queen of Pain, and we've got Tidehunter coming in, and that is Alchemist put
That's
down.
an ace. That's a full team wipe. Goodness gracious.
Let's take a quick look here at buyback status. Absolutely no for everyone except Alchemist and Nyx Assassin.
Yep. That was intense. Queen of Pain did a great job of ignoring Alchemist and just tearing apart limb by limb the various members of the other team. Luna did the same thing up until the point that Alchemist turned on her, and there was just not much left of her. She kind of got chewed up and spit out.
Is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
They don't really have a lot of damage out on this tower right now. I don't think that the Radiant team's going to be able to knock it down.
They will not. But
Yeah,
we
they
will
need
see
to-
Queen of Pain attacked by Nyx Assassin and put down with a combination of help from Clockwork and Puck. Tidehunter fleeing towards top lane, heading back in to see if he can keep Warlock safe.
Alchemist does have the ability to buy back. He's sitting here with 4,000 gold. Definitely saving for something, I guess, if he's not going to do that right off the bat. Helm of the Dominator, think he's grabbing a Satanic?
I would think so, yeah. With that sort of attack speed and level of
I don't know.
regen.
There's a Sacred Relic actually purchased here on... Nope, there he goes. He upgraded it to an Abyssal Blade. That's his Cranium Basher became that.
The next assassin caught by the kinetic field and will just be punished for playing it a little too fast and loose here.
Disruptor, I feel like, is burning that ultimate of his a little bit too fast. He keeps popping it out on the first character that he catches in his static fields. Luna's still ahead in last hits, but not by a bunch. In fact, Alchemist tied with her now at 220. Look at the gold graph. Look at yoink.
Yep.
Experience not really working out here for the Radiant team still. It looks like we're going to see a Roshan kill. Not the same as a Roshan bow.
Queen of Pain, of course, waiting to see who she can pick up here.
Weird choice to ult there on Warlock's part. His ultimate probably a complete waste. I think he was expecting Puck maybe to come in. I don't know. Did not really seem pertinent to use that.
Boots of travel out on an Alchemist.
He's wanting to move fast.
Yeah, the big loot just got a whole lot more mobile.
I would have thought Queen of Pain would have picked up a Scythe of Ice instead of that Scepter. I think that would have been a much better choice for her in the long run. I'm not sure the Butterfly's working too well for Luna there, because Alchemist attacks so fast that even though he's missing 25% of his hits, it's just too much damage. Too many attacks, I mean. Statistically. Here comes the fight.
She's heading into Doom right here, but
Yep.
she will do what she can to...
Yep.
And there's the stuns out again. Ravage out on Alchemist as well.
Great Ravage.
They
Warlock's
are
but here.
just melting Tidehunter like it's his job. Macropyra's out doing what damage it can, and that's going to take Warlock out of the game. We're going to see Disruptor drop inside the cogs as well as Queen of Pain. This was a smart play for the Radiant. And despite the fact that...
Luna can still do some damage here. She does have that Aegis.
Yeah.
I think she should fight.
Yeah, well, she did just use it, and that will take Nyx, but really, a 3 for 2 here. But it does seem that, like, it may have been a stronger play, because currently, right now, the Radiant is without Alchemist for the next 60 seconds.
Had he already used his buyback?
He did.
Indeed. Yeah, Luna could have stayed in that fight, I think, when she came back up. Clockwork, I don't think, had the damage, really. She needed to be careful of the blade mail, but...
I get the feeling she was thinking base defense and push these lanes out a little bit, give them a little bit more breathing room as the rest of her teammates pop back up.
It's possible. She's also close to finishing that Satanic, so I think she wanted to hold on to gold as a just in case. She's going to steal the Ancients on the Radiant side.
Here comes a whole lot of Puck. And she's gone. Meanwhile, the steamroller that is the Dire team coming down mid lane. Speaking of people going
Interesting.
it alone, here comes Queen of Pain, bottom lane, wiping out
Yep.
that wave. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say it's interesting that the Dire side here is 12 kills ahead, but this fight is, it's turning for the Radiant side. It feels like Alchemist, of course, being a large read. There's that Satanic out on Luna. Will it be enough? We'll see. It is a nasty item for her. Disruptor has a Force Staff here. Warlock with a Ghost Scepter and a Mechanism, offering a little bit of support. Those two may be in a little bit of trouble here. Or those three, I should say. No, Alchemist isn't really close, and he cannot...
Oh, here he comes.
Nope, never mind. Never mind.
And there's a blink in with a Ravage from Tidehunter, and they're just putting a
he's
ton
gone.
of damage out on him there. There's that Warlock ult, and he is running for his life. There is
Yeah.
Puck not locking everybody down. If that hadn't been for that, it would have been nighty-night for quite a bit of the Radiant team. But we
Alchemist
will
did
see
drop,
Clockwork,
doesn't know.
and it's just Clockwork, Nyx Assassin, Macropyre's out from Jakiro.
Buyback by Alchemist, who is coming back into the fight. He's heading up here right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Disruptor taking a ton of damage in the meantime. We'll see Puck use that illusory orb, but will not follow it in. Alchemist, the bit of poison down on the ground. Warlock's Golem smacking away at the tower. And that will be it.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Great encounter there for the Dire team. Able to stun and control Alchemist like that. It was good stuff. Warlock better get out of here, though. He's hanging around that party and the cops have arrived.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
That T2
Denied
tower
our
denied.
here.
Yeah. So once again, we're level for towers.
Is that a tower pun? Level for tower?
Yeah.
Bulldozed right into that one.
I just didn't think it was a joke that it stacked up.
Hmm.
And there is Luna coming out. BKB out on Alchemist, and we will see Luna trigger that Satanic. It's just not going to be enough for Alchemist with the combined powers of the Dire team there.
And he bought back. That's a huge loss here. This is this may be game
Minute and
actually.
a half. He gets to take a bit of a break. But
Yep.
heading out on your own without your team, it's a tough thing to do, especially when the Dire team has shown that they are willing to work together as well they should.
Yes. You notice how she just tanked him too. That Satanic able to do it. Warlock giving her a little bit of some additional heal. Mechanism going off. Alchemist just. There's no way he had enough damage there by himself. No control. Overextended.
We'll see Nyx manage to pop up Luna Disruptor and Warlock, but it really won't matter as the Warlock ult is out. We will see Clockwork drop. Puck is pinning people down, but it's really not enough. Spike Carapace doing plenty of damage, but
Radiant's bottom tower is under
really
attack.
nothing significant. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain taking out the rest of the creeps,
Radiant's
and we
structures.
will
First
probably
tier 3
see
tower
our
drops.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Mental on Luna, which we should see shortly. Blink in from Tidehunter. And Puck, while shifting,
Dire's middle
shifts
tower
right back
is under
into
attack.
his slash her
Radiant's
slash its
bottom
demise.
barracks- Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks has
Another
fallen.
30 seconds, or pardon me, 6 seconds on
Dire's
an
middle
Alchemist.
tower is under attack.
You've got to imagine that he's itching to get back into the fight, especially with everyone a little bit down on HP.
He's back in now. He's gonna. I don't know. He's killing off these creeps. I don't think he can really stop this massive assault without any sort of backup.
And there's Rax
Yeah.
times 2.
Yep, all they need to do is swing around over here to top, and the game is over. A nice lesson in not overextending.
Middle tower is under attack.
But here comes Alchemist with his BKB. Nonetheless, he will be caught by just about everybody.
Yep, going for the wrong player again. She's just tanking away.
Yep.
And that is game.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen. The Dire now have mega creeps.
So it makes you wonder, were they ever really that close when only one character was really able to pop out enough damage to kind of turn fights?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think that's one of those moments where, you know, it looked like the Dire just needed a little bit of time to process how to deal with him,
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
and realized that there wasn't going to be a whole lot of support from the rest of the Radiant team.
Ancient is under
And that was that.
Luna jumping right in there, and she's gone. Of course, the Ancient here has no protection at all, and some very large creeps setting in.
Radiant's ancient is under attack.
Still a touch cheeky, but
Slightly disappointed we haven't seen any pig
device.
sticks,
Oh, Scythe of Ice.
pig-like states.
Yep. And there is Disruptor.
Radiant's ancient is under attack.
Dropping it like it's hot, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of dropping it like it's hot, the Ancient is below 50%.
Radiant's ancient is under
Looks like Nyx has already left. A little bit of a rage on that part, I'm sure.
Yep.
So it's just a couple seconds until this game is over.
And there's Luna coming in,
Radiant's ancient
showing
is
Clockwork. Why? Why?
I could, you know, if I was on his team, I'd probably be upset with him for being that far overextended at this point in the game.
Dire
Yep.
victory.
Had they moved together, they may have been able to actually get a really good team fight in to get some kills. Oh, he reconnected towards the end. No, then he disconnected. Okay, well, who's the man of the hour for you, Mr. 3PO?
I would have to say, all things considered, I'm gonna go with Luna.
Small merit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why so?
Thought there was some strong play there. Willingness to shift around early in the game. You know, there was a bit of a rotation that went on there, and you know, he was in the right place at the right time, which seems to be the only thing that I can say about this sort of thing. But great itemization towards the end. Strong strategy as far as playing with the team, and then just being willing to fight all the time.
He was doing a lot of farming early game, too, to ensure that he was going to stay ahead of the curve. I don't know if you noticed, but he was constantly in that top lane by himself, getting tons of farm. And that paid off in the long run, especially once completed that Satanic. It was pretty much all she wrote. Able to tank Alchemist despite all of Alchemist's massive damage and stuns. I'm going to go Queen of Pain. Once again, just like last night's Queen of Pain, great blink-ins, great kills, really, really aggressive player. At one point, dove a tower to get a kill with two other allies of the enemy. She dove around her, didn't die. It was really fun to watch. I really like that style of play where it's super aggressive and yet effective. And you can see that effectiveness in 14 kills with 17 assists. That's pretty hefty. So, of course, I think all of the support players on that team, the Dire team, did a fairly good job. Tidehunter and Warlock both really timing their ultimates well together. So, what about your Darwin Award?
Next.
I don't know what you're talking about. You know, I'm actually going to probably give mine to Puck. I don't think Puck was very strong in this. I didn't really see him do too much at all. He was kind of a non-issue, but yeah, I can totally see why you would give it to Nyx.
15 last hits, 2 denies, 2 GG branches at the end of the game. Racer, no drums.
And his Dagon is level 1, I think, maybe. Yeah, level 1 Dagon.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Yeah, that was a rough one. I feel bad for Nyx, but you know, it's going to happen from time to time. That was just it was not a great game.
Also rocking level 16 there. I don't know if you noticed that. Everyone else is around 20 to 25. Level
As you do.
16.
Yep.
Yeah, he was definitely not paying attention. They had those sentry wards out really early in the bottom, and I think the first time that happens to you, I think you're like, oh, they're buying sentry wards. I need to play this smart from now on, not just kind of run at a wall. But yeah, well, that's our game for this evening, folks. Thank you for joining us on, once again, another Wednesday night team fight. We really enjoy these nights. However, you can help us enjoy them even more. 3PO and I are looking to actually cast your matches with your teams. So if you have a team that you're playing with, you can play around this time frame. Usually it's going to be about 9 CDT to 10 CDT. We would love to cast your match. We'd love to point out how you could probably do things a little bit better and just kind of get some Canadian play in. So let us know.
All right, with that, that is Wednesday Night Team Fights. Thank you for all the feedback in Twitch chat tonight. We appreciate it, and we will see you this Saturday. This Saturday.
Let me put that out to pasture for now. I don't know if this Saturday is something I can do just because of family events and things like that. But
so possibly not this Saturday, but next Tuesday.
Definitely will be here next Tuesday and Wednesday. And I also don't know about the Saturday after. Let me just say I'm going to have to probably wait a couple of weeks before I can start it. I have family moving that I'm helping out with, a bunch of random stuff like that nobody really cares about. So I will see if I can do it this Saturday. If I do, it will be more impromptu than anything. So.
Fabulous. Well, look for it on Facebook, and we will make sure that's tied in on both Facebook and Twitch. We will see you guys next time. I am 3PO.
Yeah, this is Stainless Liz. Take care, everybody.